Boundaries, likely emotional affair, and our wedding guest list. 33F me 55M him. Boundaries, emotional affair, guest list. I have a dilemma. I 33F have been engaged to 55M since December 2019. I was not on social media for the duration of our relationship until recently. He plays in a cover band as a guitarist and a singer, who he calls one of his closest friends, is constantly posting thirst trap pictures on Facebook. She's his age but looks a little younger. Although I have experience in modeling, because he's a musician, I don't know if that's just more important to him or what's going on. But since making my account, I will mention something that I posted earlier and he didn't see it, he claims, or he won't like my stuff, but he is always liking her stuff. I understand about Facebook algorithms, but it's really too much. I don't think that's what's going on here. We have that we are engaged on Facebook. Meanwhile, I found some comments on a picture of hers from last year with wolf whistle gif and a cat woman with a whip gif for a stage costume. Somebody commented about her BS and he liked it. Meanwhile, I was dealing with some serious health issues that have thankfully resolved, but I still resent that. He refused to delete his comments until he overheard me telling my stepfather about it, and then he realized I wasn't the only one who knew, and so he knew on a certain level what he did was out of bounds. The singer has had an over 6-year affair with a member of the band. They broke up, he's no longer in the band, and she goes for married men. My fiance and I are planning to get married in October. I've tried heart to hearts, but he is dead set on keeping that close friendship the way it is. Prioritized over me, in my opinion. I know they're not having a physical affair, but it sure seems to me to be an emotional one, and I don't feel like I'm getting my needs met. Anyone been in a similar situation? Any advice? What would you do? Thanks so much. Update. I gave him 2 ultimatums: intense premarital counseling and severely restricting the guest list, especially because he's not paying for it. After he is now fully aware that I have the emotional affair partner's Mo, although he insists there's nothing there, he is still insisting she comes to the wedding, and he is going to balk at it when I refuse to have her there. Which, again, me and my family are paying for. In fact, their cover band is playing a show right now, and he made a point to call me and tell me that she gave me a shout out from stage talking about how ladies he's taken, and describing me flatteringly. Seems strange. He really wants us to be friends for some reason. Not sure what to do next. We are going out of town tomorrow at my insistence to have crisis talks, in my opinion, although he doesn't know I am viewing it this way. At first, I just wanted to go alone by myself, but he definitely knew something was up then, and insisted on going too. So we have to hash things out, was what I told him. He agreed. We will see. He also said he's not attending counseling because he's not going to dog obedience school. And he gets a right to say who's invited. Which he does, but she's the only one we're really disagreeing about. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, the actual bigger issue is not her or her Mo. It is the way he is absolutely ignoring your feelings regarding her. Do you think being married will change it, or will it make him more cocksure about disrespecting you? You are now getting a glimpse into the reality of marriage with him. Redditor 2, why on God's green earth are you planning on spending thousands, tens of thousands of your parents' money to marry a broke-ass band having geriatric who wants his AP at the wedding? Are you that desperate to get married to someone? Anyone? Redditor follow-up, TBH, I wasn't going to say it, but seriously. She'd have better luck marrying the first man that she came across at her local Applebee's. Redditor 3, your gut instinct is usually telling you something for a reason. It's not always 100% correct, but it also isn't something you should ignore. His comments on her social media are inappropriate. And in context with her shoutouts to you on stage, that seems really efforced. It's not uncommon for those in an affair to push their partner to be friends with the AP, thinking it will help avoid detection. None of this means they are in a physical or even emotional affair. But you have seen inappropriate exchanges at least on social media enough that you have alarm bells ringing. And you already know she has a history of being willing to engage in affairs. I can't see how a boyfriend would stop her. His comment on dog obedience school is really gross and demeaning. Dogs are by nature loyal and loving. He's not willing to take any steps to reassure you or make you feel safe, considering he's interacting in a way that's inappropriate with this woman, who has proven that her boundaries are non-existent. The book Not Just Friends might be helpful for you to read and him as well, but I doubt he will. It might be wise to consider postponing the wedding. At this point, you won't feel comfortable as long as he's working with her, because he has poor boundaries and completely disrespects your boundaries. Maybe some kind of realization will come out of these crisis talks, but it sounds like he is completely happy with his behavior and sees no reason to change, which puts you in somewhat of a stalemate. Op answer: thank you so much for your kind words! I can't tell you how much it affirmed and validated my feelings. He has been gaslighting me, and quite frankly, I'm exhausted due to grueling certifications akin to law school that he demeans in favor of his small-town cover band, which leaves him nearly broke. My work is for a six-figure job by next year, he called unglamorous in comparison to his show with this singer the other night. That stung. I don't know to proceed. I am in a true stalemate. Do I delete her? Block her? If he overrides my wishes of not having her there, I'll have to leave him, but I am so tired. My parents are generously paying for the whole wedding. He said if she can't come, he'll pay. Interesting, because he never pays for me. Update: boundaries, likely emotional affair, and our wedding guest list. 33 F me 55 meters hem. As soon as he realized my behavior towards him had changed and I wasn't asking about his day anymore or generally kissing his ass, keep in mind he rarely if ever asks about mine, all of a sudden today he calls me and tells me that he'll use his tax refund to put towards my wedding ring, which he had begrudgingly moaned about being under $1,000, yet he had claimed before that he was willing to pay for his friend, including emotional AP. Also, my parents are paying for the whole wedding. He has barely contributed a cent. I've also been downsizing my belongings in our shared living quarters. I feel like we're roommates now anyway, but I guess he's noticed that, and I truly am donating it to either the Salvation Army or a women's crisis center in a nearby town. In fact, I'm bringing it tomorrow. But I don't want to fall for anything. I think he's realizing he might finally lose me. Once I get close to that door slam moment, that's it. And last night when I voiced my disappointment in very neutral tone that he forgot to pick up champagne to celebrate my recent business victory, he didn't really have an answer and just put his head in his hands. I've been doing my own thing, focusing on my own work, and we are living like a roommates. Again, we had planned to get married in October, and he has not shown 1 ounce of enthusiasm about it up until the phone calls this morning. I was getting so close to the door slam after the disrespect, I could go on, that I had planned to secretly leave the end of next week if I did not see improvement. How he knew to call me today and tell me that blows my mind. Not sure how to proceed now. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. You are letting one thing that he offers to you only because he sensed that his meal ticket was pulling away. I am sorry to say that, but you are the one earning decent money and paying for everything. All he needs to do is respect your boundaries with this bandmate, and he has not done nothing for that. You are still young and wasting your time on this guy. Why? You have better things ahead of you without him. Redditor 2. I don't even know what to say. Do you value yourself so little? Why is that? Wouldn't it be better to be single than to be treated like this? What do you think is going to happen now that he might lose you? He will straighten up, maybe until the wedding, then he will know he has you. You don't want to have wasted your parents' money. Don't want to feel stupid when we all told you not to do this. So you will stay. I just don't understand why anyone puts up crappy behavior. Being alone is infinitely better than being devalued. Op answer, you're right. 100%. I am in the process of standing up for myself and getting out. It's just so strange to me that as soon as I guess he sensed this, he offers this chump change, really, is what it is. The carrot and stick approach regarding the wedding ring. I'm not going to let my parents pay a dime more on this what looks to be a asset show. I think he knows now that I finally have just about reached the door slam moment and it could be coming at any time. What he doesn't know is that I was planning on leaving by the end of next week. But he may know that if he has bugged the apartment. I remember once in the past him talking about a friend who did that to his wife. I'm concerned now that the apartment is bugged. I don't want to sound paranoid, but I am silently downsizing and trying to do my work away from the apartment. Redditor 3, have you thought of postponing the wedding? This seems like a divorce waiting to happen. Op answer, I seriously thought about it. I really don't see how the wedding can happen now. And I think that now that he knows that I am finally waking up to his bullshit and see right through it and am done, don't even care to argue anymore, here comes the chump change offer. If anymore. I just don't know what to do. If we have to live like roommates because I will be essentially homeless otherwise, I can do that until I can get on my feet, which hopefully will be before October.